The message arrived on a Tuesday. Not that days of the week held much meaning in space, but Earth still clung to its old calendars, and Mars followed suit out of habit rather than necessity. Commander Jack Reed stood before the holographic display, jaw clenched tight as the alien emissaries' translated words filled the command center of Olympus Base. The Galactic Consortium recognizes your species' recent colonization efforts as an indicator of technological advancement. As per Protocol 7329, your system is now subject to the Standard Tribute Agreement. You have 30 solar cycles to prepare your first payment. Reed's second-in-command, Lieutenant Emma Davis, stepped closer to the projected figure. If we refuse, the alien, a tall, spindly creature whose translucent skin revealed pulsing internal organs, tilted its bulbous head. Refusal is not recognized within the protocol framework. Non-compliance results in resource extraction through alternative methods. When the transmission ended, the room erupted in angry voices. Mars colony had been established 40 years prior, Earth's first successful extraterrestrial settlement. What had begun as a scientific outpost grew into a thriving community of 500,000 souls, miners, engineers, botanists, and their families. People who had carved out an existence on the hostile red planet through sheer human stubbornness. So they think they can just show up and demand payment. Director Tom Wilson, the civilian administrator of Olympus Base, pounded his fist on the table. We've barely established self-sufficiency. Reed exchanged glances with Davis. The Earth Council needs to be informed immediately. Within hours, the response came from Earth. Diplomacy first. A delegation would be assembled. Negotiations would commence. Process would be followed. But Mars had developed its own culture during 4 decades of isolation, pragmatic, direct, and fiercely independent. The colonists hadn't crossed the void between worlds to bow before new masters. They're stalling, Reed told his officers 3 days later. Earth is afraid. They've got billions of people to protect. Davis nodded. And we have 500,000. Makes us expendable in their equation. Not to me, Reed said quietly. Mars had advantages Earth didn't. The colony possessed the largest shipyard in the solar system, built to construct the massive freighters that carried precious minerals back to the home planet. Those same shipyards had secretly produced defensive capabilities the Earth Council preferred to pretend didn't exist. Project Ares was Reed's brainchild, a weapons platform disguised as a communications satellite array. 6 installations strategically positioned around the planet, each housing enough firepower to deter any Earth-sent peacekeeping missions that might threaten colonial autonomy. Never in his darkest imaginings had Reed considered using Ares against extraterrestrial invaders. The alien vessel has entered Mars orbit, announced the sensor operator 1 week after the initial contact. They're broadcasting a demand for immediate audience. Reed straightened his uniform. Tell them the Mars Colonial Authority will receive their delegation. The meeting took place in the Great Dome, the heart of Olympus Base, where Martian-grown trees provided a semblance of Earth's lost forests. 5 aliens emerged from their shuttle, moving with unsettling grace in Mars' lower gravity. We speak for the consortium, said the leader, its voice buzzing through the translator. Your planet holds resources valuable to many worlds. The tribute system is fair and proportional. Director Wilson stepped forward. We respectfully request time to consult with Earth authorities before. Earth authorities have already agreed to preliminary terms, interrupted the alien. They have offered Mars colony as the first tribute payment. The room fell silent. They've what? Reed's voice was dangerously soft. The dominant species of your origin world has acknowledged their subordinate status. They have designated your colony as an acceptable sacrifice to demonstrate compliance. Reed felt something cold and hard settle in his chest. I'd like to see proof of this agreement. The alien produced a holographic document bearing the signatures of Earth Council members. They sold us out, Davis whispered. Reed's mind raced. Earth, overcrowded and resource depleted, had chosen to protect itself by offering Mars as tribute. Perhaps they even believed they could reestablish a colony later, after appeasing their new overlords. We need an hour to confer, Reed told the aliens, his decision already made. In the secure command center, Reed activated the emergency protocols. Prepare Project Ares for immediate deployment. Authorization code. Thermopylae. Wilson blanched. You can't be serious. We should negotiate. Earth already negotiated on our behalf, Reed replied. I won't let 500,000 people become slaves or worse because politicians 140 million kilometers away decided we're expendable. The warning they sent to the alien vessel was simple: leave Mars' orbit or face consequences. The response was equally simple: submission or extinction. They're powering weapons, Davis reported tensely. Reed closed his eyes briefly. Ares platforms 1 through 6, execute firing sequence Alpha. The first shot of humanity's interstellar war came not from Earth with its billions, but from Mars with its defiant few. 6 synchronized energy beams converged on the alien vessel, punching through its shields with unexpected effectiveness. Direct hit, Davis exclaimed as the ship listed in orbit. Again, ordered Reed. The second volley tore the vessel apart, sending debris cascading across Mars' upper atmosphere in a brief, fiery display. Silence fell over the command center as the implications settled in. We just declared war on a galactic empire, Wilson said hollowly. Reed's face was grim. No, we declared that humanity won't be sacrificed piecemeal. If Earth won't stand with us, we'll stand alone. Within hours, 3 more alien ships appeared at the edge of the solar system. Earth, panicked by Mars' defiance, denounced the colony and offered increased tribute. But something unexpected happened. The aliens hesitated. Their probes had indicated humans were divided, easily manipulated. The sudden effective resistance from a small colony contradicted their intelligence. When the message finally came, it wasn't what anyone expected. The consortium acknowledges the sovereign status of Mars' colony and recognizes its right to independent negotiation. Previous agreements with Earth authorities are nullified. Reed allowed himself a small smile. The Galactic Empire had demanded tribute, and Mars had fired the first shot, not just of resistance, but of humanity's introduction to the wider galaxy as a force to be reckoned with. Earth would be furious. The consequences would be severe. But for the first time in its brief history, Mars had truly declared its independence, and the stars would never look quite the same again.